because it would have been repetitive, right?
And it would have been annoying.
Yeah, good. Jarrett?
So we take this in pencil, right? But they would still encourage us to cross out instead of erasing.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. I don't know if some students just prefer not to take the time to erase since it is a piece of timed writing. Maybe they find it easier to scribble it out instead of erasing it. But I've seen other student samples where you can tell that they've erased it as well. So I think it just comes down to the student author. Like if we look at our next example, and I do recommend that you guys go back in a moment and read what the College Board had to say about why they gave this essay a 9. But for now, I want to take a look at the difference between this essay, which was rated a 7, and our other essay. Yes, Riley?
I wanted to say that maybe it's because erasing, like, sort of, like if you erase so many times on a page, it sort of like wears down the page.
Yeah, you might tear.
It might tear, it could do that. So like scratching it out and scribbling on it might be easier, because I always erase things when I'm writing it. And if you look at anything I've written for Mr. Gillette, I'm pretty sure he even mentioned this once, that like the page is like tattered and torn. He's like, you got this 5 minutes ago. I'm like,
How would you do this already?
it doesn't look
Yeah,
professional.
stressed out students erasing things on the AP exam might just tear the whole page. Who knows? David?
Do you think like the person who wrote that didn't like chose to scratch it out to actually like show like the whoever's grading it? Like I could have said this, but I said this. I'm like trying to show
That's
off.
possible too. And I didn't have enough space in this packet to show you guys, but this student's full response, she actually has footnotes. I mean, like she went through when she realized she had more time left over. She went back through, read her essay, created symbols like little stars and asterisks and arrows and check marks, and then wrote footnotes on her essay. I could say more about this. I mean, like, that's what I mean when I say that 9s are like the sky parts and the sun shines down and the angels sing, you know. It had footnotes, all right? So David, I wouldn't be surprised if she honestly had that much of a strategical mindset that she was like, no, I want them to see my revision process. Because footnotes. All right, I gotta go back one. So our middle scoring paragraph, could someone read that aloud for us? Shall I use the popsicle sticks, the inaugural popsicle stick?
Let's do it. Oh, I didn't point back.
That's okay. Oh, Rachel's not here today. No, this is not a totally valid popsicle stick experiment. Alex, please read the middle scoring example paragraph for us.
Sound less like eradicating and more like murder. Carson's first sentence, as a habit of killing grows. Wait, what?
So we started at the very, very top. They went on to another page. So the topic sentence is right here above that thick line.
Death-related diction is spread throughout the passage, marking the poisoning sound less like eradicating and more like murder. Carson's first sentence, as the habit of killing grows, implements the murderous nature of people who use poisons. She extends on this idea by saying that the deaths of 65,000 birds probably gratified the farmers, and refers to the dead birds as a casualty list, making it sound like a wartime slaughter. Carson leads back to her central argument by questioning the wave of death and the bludgeon of insecticidal poisons. The death of related diction is an effective rhetorical strategy in constructing Carson's argument.
Good, thank you, Alex, for reading. What stands out to you about this body paragraph in comparison to the first body paragraph we looked at? David?
The quotes she uses, she chose the ones that like really have like powerful words. Bludgeon. If you don't really hear that every day, everybody hangs in, like, it's a big problem that causes a lot of problems.
Absolutely. She did a very good job of choosing quotes that show that death-related diction that she's claiming. Paige and then Alexis.
She uses a lot more quotes than the other
What could be the danger of using too many quotes? Jared?
You're not saying what you're saying what the author's saying.
Exactly. Alexis, you had a comment?
She doesn't make a reference to the audience.
Good. She doesn't really reference the audience, not clearly. She doesn't spell it out for the reader. Riley?
I was gonna say, she also, and this was kind of weird to me because it isn't a quote, but she uses wartime slaughter,
Mm-hmm.
not only like using like strong language, but also like putting an image in your head.
Yes,
Of
she's
that.
using imagery, right?
Yeah.
Rather than just saying the author puts the image of slaughter, she actually, to her own audience, conveys that image as well. So if you look at the comments from the College Board, they argue that this writer competently suggests. So their argument is competent. She follows through with the death-like diction connection, and she does make appropriate parallels. So it's clear, and it responds to the prompt with a mature prose style. But so if we think about the diction in these two prompts, which one would you say had a higher level of vocabulary in it?
First.
The first one, right? Show of hands for the first one. And that is what the College Board and AP readers tell us time and time again, is that elevated diction is what raises those essays from the middle family of scores to the higher families of scores, which is why I gave you guys that resource articulating your ideas that you all have in your binders. So as you go to draft your body paragraph about the Alexi essay, take some time at the beginning to go back, look at the section and articulating your ideas about your interpretive adjectives and your analytical verbs, and take the time to pick out, there's little charts there for you to pick out your favorites out of those lists so that you can have like a word bank in your pocket of analytical verbs and interpretive adjectives that you own, that you feel really comfortable using. So before you start drafting your paragraphs, take a little bit of time, look up some definitions, pick out some of those words. You have a few minutes here at the end of class to get started. We have a roundtable tomorrow, so I won't be collecting these paragraphs until Friday, okay? So take your time with them. It is a draft. I've let you guys work with partners on the introductory paragraphs, but I'd like this to be individually written so that I can get a sense of where we're each at individually in terms of our analytical writing progress. So any questions? Okay, I'll give you guys a couple minutes to get started, and I'll come around and check on you too. Yes.
Give our 60.
What's that?
We give our culture 60.
Yes, please give me your popsicle sticks. These will come in handy tomorrow during our roundtable. I'll let you leave
Should we act like the camera's not here?
Yeah, you guys can go change your shirts. Popsicle sticks, please. Thank you.
So is that homework for tonight?
It's gonna be due Friday, so you've got a couple of days to work on it. So now would be a good time to either look up some definitions for some of those interpretive adjectives and analytical verbs, or you can begin drafting your body paragraph now if you just have a really clear idea from our discussion of the direction that you want to go in. So choose the one thing that stood out to you the most about the essay. We're not writing an entire rhetorical analysis, just the one body paragraph that would follow your introduction. Go right ahead. This is what we did yesterday. We read and discussed this together, and then the students drafted an introduction. So that's all you missed from yesterday. But do you have any questions about, did you get a chance to read this over? Any questions about it? Okay. Let me know if anything comes up. There's a sample introduction here for you, but you can also refer back to that pre-C handout from last week. And then there's, when you get to it, since you're out yesterday when we started this, yesterday, but here's space for you to draft your body paragraph. Okay? You're welcome.
Good.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Yes, it's called articulating your ideas. It's like a packet. Yeah, it's a reading sacrifice itself for you to be able to articulate your ideas.
Yeah, it's like a flat line.
Yeah, the analytical verbs and interpretive adjectives right here. So if you like look at the analytical verbs, some suggest agreement, some suggest disapproval or recommendation or contemplation. So depending on the tone of any essay that you encounter, you'll have some of those words kind of in your pocket to use.
Yeah, we
Yeah, the tone article is really funny. No, and that's been there for like 2 years.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So it's not your, yeah, it's not
Well, it's scratched in there, and then people don't know it every year. We change it to something positive.
Yeah.
Or a opinion. We can make this a big
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's like,